First of all, let me talk about the new status bar. Well, each status bar icons like the battery, Wi-Fi or the network bar looks a little bit fresh and bold over here. There is no VoLTE icon over here. Instead of that, it shows HD. And look at the new animation of pulling down the notification shade. In my opinion, looks cool that it emerges to the colors of the background and blurs the background too. Basically, looks pretty similar to iOS 11. And the brightness slider is new over here, looks a little bit thick, but I have to admit it looks better than ever. And the quick toggles does look similar or inspired from Android P, and the good thing is, like stock Android, it has two pages for quick toggles. For that, you can just swipe like this, and if you tap on edit, you can just add more stuff and arrange them like I said, similar to stock Android Oreo. So that's it for the status bar. Now moving on to the new redesigned recent apps panel. To be honest, I have mixed feelings about this one. I don't know yet that I like it or not. It looks a little bit shuffled though. You have to scroll from top to the bottom to get to the recently opened apps, and if you just tap and hold on one, you have this lock in memory, split screen and app info option for each apps. You can just clear them all from the bottom cross icon, or you can just swipe to the sides to remove a particular app from memory, and the animations looks cool. Next up, let's talk about the new notification drawer. It looks more organized than before, and you have this swipe to expand feature with 2 fingers, but the new thing is you can just tap and hold on one notification to expand them, and you can just tap and hold it on again to shrink them, and you can just reply to them after expanding. So that's new and looks good too. So what's next? Well, the volume adjuster panels. It's totally new over here and comes from the sides, as you can see, again inspired from Android P, and by tapping on these 3 dots it expands. Here you have the media, ringtone and alarm volume adjuster, and to the bottom we have the silent and do not disturb on and off toggle, and below that we have a countdown meter. What it does, let's assume that you want to turn off the silent mode automatically off after a few hours. Well, it will do that for you. Pretty helpful stuff. Number 5. The new toggle design. Well, as you have already seen, MIUI 10 is mostly about aesthetics, and here it's no different. Here is how the new UI toggle switches looks like, and I have to say it reminds me of some custom ROMs which looked pretty similar like this. And the blue color looks cool over here on this switch. So moving on to the new stock app designs. So first of all, let me jump into the new clock app. Well, it used to be cyan colored, but now as you can see it's totally dark black and blue on the texts and switches. Not bad, it looks different, somewhat like Google's clock app again. So it's getting closer to at least looking like stock Android, which I actually like. So thumbs up for that. Next, let me jump into the calculator app. Well, it's a minor change here. As you can see the animations right here. And if you swipe to the right, you get to the converter, which looks a tad bit different than previous one. And the mic button, well, it actually has something to do with MIUI app, which doesn't simply work, it just 4 stops. So moving on to the weather app. It looks similar to MIUI 9, but yeah, there might be some new animations. So I thought of showing it to you guys anyway. And the next thing is stock fonts. It looks cool if you are in apps like WhatsApp, and it looks a little bit different than it used to be. so I simply like it as it's a little bit different. Number 7 on the list is the new sounds of all over the UI, like this charging sound, unplugging sound, turning on torch sound like an owl, locking and unlocking the screen. Next up is the Call UI color. So MIUI is back at it again to implement a new color, and here it is. Looks different than the previous dark blue one. Yeah, so that's it for the new things in MIUI 10. But here of course we are greeted with some cons which may be fixed in the future with updates, as it's still a China beta ROM, not even global. I have flashed minimal G apps over here, so might be a problem because of that. But there is no option for Google Contact Sync if you go into configure contact list, which is pretty important for people like me. But yeah, as of now I think we have to live with it, and it might be fixed when MIUI 10 releases as global beta. And the next thing I'm gonna show you is just annoying. But before that, if you want to see how to install MIUI 10 on your Redmi Note 5 Pro, here is a card to that video. So now let me show you the problem. Let's assume that you are watching a YouTube video or doing something in landscape mode and you wanna jump into settings quickly. So you just pull down the notification drawer and you expand it. Well, there are no option to jump into settings in the quick settings panel while you are in landscape mode, which is simply annoying in my opinion at least. And I'll be doing the full review of this MIUI 10 ROM soon enough, so wait for it. And I will show you the Antutu score and stuff over there, so don't worry. That's pretty much it for this video guys. Let me know in the comments down below that what do you guys think about MIUI 10, and if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and click on my face right now and get subscribed if you have not yet, because many more awesome contents like this will be coming shortly. This is Tito from Carry and Tech signing off for today, and I'll catch you later.